Anon glanced over at the two mares who accompanied him. "Thanks for showing me around Ponyville, you two. I appreciate it." "Think nothing of it, my dear," Rarity said with a smile directed at him. "It would be impolite not to." Twilight nodded at her friend's words. "I agree. Besides, after the fiasco at your welcome party, it's probably best to stay by your side for now, at least until every pony has warmed up to you some more." Anon hung his head and sighed at the remark while noticing another pony in the distance hurrying into a house to avoid him. Yeah, I get it. Almost no pony else in Twilight, her close friends, and that little dragon of hers had shown up the day before. The pink one had apologized 100 times and promised another party at a later time to make up for it. She wasn't to blame though. The ponies had been too afraid to come and greet him. It was no surprise really. Anon looked somewhat menacing with his green skin and dark suit. They had probably never seen anything like it, so the only other ponies that showed up were 3 little fillies trying to capture the foreign being in hopes of getting an alien hunter cutie mark or something. They even had a small cage at the ready for him on a trailer that the orange Pegasus was pulling on her scooter. The whole escapade had been pretty cute and hilarious, to be honest. Of course, Twilight and the rest would have none of that, and the 3 fillies had soon found themselves caged instead. Well, at least Anon had the chance to talk to them in peace that way, as they couldn't escape. In the end, Anon found, more or less voluntarily, 3 new friends that evening, so it wasn't a total loss in his books. He was even invited to the young Pegasus's birthday party, which would be held at Sugar Cube Corner a week from then. "So Rarity," Anon addressed to the mare trotting left of him, "any ideas about what to bring as a birthday present for Scootaloo?" "I've been thinking about making a new Wonderbolt costume for her. She's a big fan, but she can get a bit emotional with things related to flying, so I might think of something else instead," she answered while looking at the ground before her. "It's a bit of a minefield with her sometimes." Anon looked confused. "Oh, why is that? She seemed quite skilled with her wings on that scooter. Also, that cage must have been pretty heavy, not even counting her 2 friends that sit on top while she was cruising around me in circles." Twilight explained in a sad tone. "Her wings are malformed. She's unable to use them to lift herself off the ground properly, so instead, Scootaloo thrusts herself forward with them on her scooter. It's very unique and she's very talented at it, but it's not the same as flying to her. That's why the topic can be problematic." Anon murmured, one hand on his chin in a thoughtful pose. "Twilight, do you ponies know what a powered paraglider is?" Twilight tilted her head. "You mean a parachute? Yes, we have those for recreational purposes and emergencies on airships for the non-Pegasi. Or did you mean to say hang glider?" Anon shook his head. "No, a powered paraglider is a bit different." He didn't finish his sentence and looked at the 2 mares with arms crossed. "Say, would you 2 be interested in doing a joint effort for a present? I have something in mind, but I would need your help to make it a reality." After explaining the idea to them, the 2 mares looked at each other briefly before nodding to Anon, each with a bright smile on their face. "I think that would make a wonderful gift," Rarity said, her eyes glittering slightly at the thought of it. A certain cyan pony had made sure that the sky on Scootaloo's birthday was free from clouds and that the sun could shine brightly on Sugar Cube Corner, despite what the previous day's weather forecast had said. The atmosphere was a bit tense due to Anon's presence, but Scootaloo and her 2 friends, Sweetie Belle and Apple Bloom, insisted that there was nothing to be afraid of and that he was to stay. Anon didn't want to be a disturbance to the party, so he made sure to stay out of the way of every pony. He sat at a table in the corner for most of it, eating some of the amazing sweets Pinkie had brought with him. Fluttershy noticed early and provided some company and small talk, which he was very thankful for. It was late afternoon when Scootaloo had started opening her presents in front of every pony. She was soon on the second last of the pile. "Whoa, thank you, Rainbow! They look so cool!" Scootaloo was wearing her new cool-looking black shades with a big smile as she hugged her idol tightly. Barely able to breathe due to the squishing, Rainbow said, "Sure thing, Squirt, but I'm afraid it's nothing compared to the last thing you're getting." "Huh?" Scootaloo answered as she looked over at the last present. "By whom?" Twilight answered, "This is mostly Anon's gift and idea. I did the enchantments while Rarity provided the fabric and sewed it all together. Why don't you go ahead and open it?" Scootaloo ripped apart the wrapping and looked up at Anon, who was now also standing close, making the other pony stand to the side. "It's a backpack!" "Well, yes and no, there's more to it," Anon explained. "Let's go outside and I'll show you." Anon pulled up the now unpacked wing behind him with the backpack in his hands. The little orange filly gasped. "It's a really big kite! That's so cool. It looks beautiful too, just like a rainbow. Thank you." Anon couldn't help but smile. "I'm glad you like it, but it's much more than that, little one." He walked over to her and attached the backpack with the paraglider on her back. "Now, run as fast as you can, and when the glider is above you, jump up in the air and buzz your wings as you do on your scooter. You'll see." "What do you mean?" Scootaloo asked with a tilted head. "See what?" "It will work, Scootaloo. I did the math," Twilight said, nodding in assurance. "You will, without a doubt, fly." Scootaloo took a moment to process what Twilight had said and squeaked. "What did you say? Fly?" Anon patted her on the head. "You will fly into your own, Scoots. You have the wing power to do so. Trust me." Scootaloo looked over her shoulders back at her own wings and the paraglider that was now laying on the ground beside her. "I have the power to fly?" "Go, Scoots, fly!" Rainbow shouted from the side to her. "I know you can do it, Pipsqueak!" Encouraged by her idol, the orange Pegasus looked in front of her with determination, took a deep breath, and started galloping as fast as she could. The wing came up immediately behind her, and Scootaloo's front hooves lifted from the ground and she was brought into an upright position by it. Almost by instinct, Scootaloo started buzzing her wings as fast as she could, and jumped into the air with her hind hooves that were still on the ground. And then she was flying. "I'm flying! I'm flying!" Scootaloo yelled excitedly while Anon watched her gain altitude. It was the day Parascoots was born, a true birthday for a new life. Pinkie Pie was jumping around uncontrollably as she watched Scootaloo do daring maneuvers over their heads while yelling almost as loud, "I want one, I want one, I want one!" Rainbow flew up next to her and they did some rounds above Ponyville together. One could hear the pure joy in the little filly's voice from afar. It was like that for hours, and most ponies had already gone home when the sun started to set and a glowing rainbow could be seen illuminating the slowly darkening sky. "I knew your wings were strong, but I didn't think you'd last that long up there," Anon said while he watched Scootaloo land in front of him. As the wing touched the ground behind Scootaloo, it started wrapping itself neatly back up into the little backpack on its own. One of the magic attributes Twilight had added for practical day-to-day use. Scootaloo didn't say a word, but she started running in his direction, with only one thing in mind. Anon. With a powerful leap, she jumped up and embraced him with a tight hug around his neck. "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you! This is the best gift ever!" Scootaloo cried into his neck, tears flowing freely. "I can't breathe!" Anon exclaimed, barely audible, as he tried to gently pull the little hooves away from him. "You're very welcome, Scootaloo." He let her cry and rubbed the back of her neck to comfort her. The main six were standing close by as they observed the scene, tears in their eyes as well. Scootaloo deserved it all. "Aw, too much for you, Dashie?" Applejack teased. "Are you crying?" "I'm not crying, you're crying," Rainbow answered, slapping the shoulder of her friend hard in response. Needless to say, not one single pony missed Pinkie's rebooted welcome party for Anon, and he made many new friends. Thank you all for stopping by to watch and listen to this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have a favorite fic you'd love to hear read aloud, feel free to drop a comment and request it. This channel is sort of an experiment to test with my mic and stuff, so it'd be great to have stuff to read. Anyways, I hope y'all are doing good, and goodbye. See y'all in the next one. Scootaloo was wearing her new cool-looking black shades with a big smile as she hugged her idol. Scootaloo was now... Oh my god. Scootaloo was wearing her... Can I stop? Scootaloo was wearing her new cool-looking black shades with a big smile as she hugged her idol tightly. I faltered.